Hey everyone, Rich from Rich TCG Bets here. Hope you all are having a great day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers watching, all the mothers out there. Two things. First off, apologize for my red cheeks. I just got back from a really long run. I'm getting back into half marathon training and it's getting nice weather. And so I went out for a run and it was way too hot and it shows. But second, I want to say thank you to all the support I've gotten. My last video around pool rates has absolutely blown up. My subscriber count, comment count, like count, views for that specific video are like through the roof compared to everything else that I've released. And so thank you so much for supporting me and all the support that you do. Along the lines of pool rates, I wanted to talk about whether that's a good thing or not for the hobby, for Lorcana, for Wilds Unknown. My quick answer is yes, it's a good thing, but I've been seeing a lot of discourse around Reddit, Facebook, Discord, just talking to people at my LGS, and there's a lot of mixed opinions, which I'm actually shocked about, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whether it's good for the game, whether it's going to kill it. So I wanted to just kind of off script in between meetings right now at work, talk about my thoughts on whether it's a good thing or not. So I wanted to talk to some negatives and to some positives and give you like my overall approval rating of these pool rates. So the first things first, talking about the positive is that enchanteds have been so difficult to pull, close to 1 in 100, and with that math, about 1 in 1800 to get the specific enchanted you wanted for between sets 3 and sets 11. That's not fun, to be able to open a booster box and to maybe get a couple legendaries and maybe even open a booster box case and not get an enchanted. Like, no one wants to do that. Take it from someone personally who's gotten skunked opening a case and not getting an enchanted. It hurt. Like, it made me not want to be able to open Lorcana for a long time. Like, I was opening cases for a few sets, that happened, and then I haven't opened anything up since Reign of Jafar, really, minus like the occasional booster pack I see at Walmart or something like that. And so I know a lot of people were feeling similarly around this. And so with these increased pool rates, you're more likely to get the card that you want. So without going into detail of the video that I posted, basically all legendary, epic, and enchanted pool rates have gone up probably somewhere between like 33 and 50% per booster box, which is really cool. A booster box is 24 packs. On average, you were getting maybe like six to seven hits per box. You're getting closer to like 10, which is really, really cool. And it just really makes people want to enjoy the boxes more. But going back to enchanteds, there are going to be a lot more available, which means you're going to pull them a lot more often, which means the price of them are going to go down. And so if you're someone who's wanting to master set everything, you're going to have a much easier time doing this because there's going to be a lot more available, which is going to cause the prices to go down. And if you're ripping a lot of packs, you're going to pull a lot of enchanted yourself. And if you get any dupes, remember, this is a trading card game. You're going to be able to trade them or sell them off to get the cards that you want. And this goes in line with like the number 2 thing that I really like about better pull rates is that it's simple. You're going to enjoy the booster box a lot more. I kind of already alluded to that, but being able to get something, so if you're getting like 10 per box, let's just say, that means every 2 to 3 packs you open, you're getting a hit, which is really cool. You could go maybe like 10 packs without getting something in the past, and not to say you can't. And I've definitely seen someone open up a case and not get an enchanted with Wilds Unknown, so that still is possible, but the likelihood of that has decreased significantly. And epic cards, we see they are starting to gain a lot of traction, and prices for preview sets are starting to climb a bit. And so now that we can get more, we're not going to see those prices climb as much, and it's just going to be a lot more enjoyable, like when you're filling out the binder and you're getting a lot more shinier looking cards with better rarities. It's just going to be a lot more fun for the people opening the packs. The third reason why I think this is good is just because it's going to get a lot more people into the game, into the space of Lorcana. Like someone outside looking in, kind of on the fence, like, hey, do I want to spend $400, $500 getting a booster box case? knowing that you really weren't going to pull anything, like that's no fun. And they probably were like, I'm not going to get into this, I'm not going to waste my time, never mind. But now you're like, whoa, I have the chance to pulling like the alien from Toy Story, Mr. Incredible, Merida, like all these really cool Pixar characters, as well as just like other Enchanted characters from the set. And like the likelihood of pulling that is pretty good. Like I'm all in. Sure, let me open a case. Let me open a booster box. Spend like $120 to have some fun and have a go at it. Like it's going to make the player base a lot better, just because a lot of those people are going to translate into wanting to play the game, myself included. But even not outside of the player base, it's going to make like the collector base a lot better, because more and more people are going to see Lorcana and want to actually open these boxes now because they have a better chance of opening it. On the other side of the spectrum, and they're basically going to kind of be inverse. The two negative effects that I see really for this are, if someone was trying to sell a lot of singles, these legendary prices and epic prices and enchanted prices are going to be a lot lower, I think, in these sets, initially especially, than previous sets, because everyone's pulling them constantly. You know, no more in my, maybe I'm wrong, but like I can't see like another 20, 25, $30 legendary happening if these pool rates continue, just because every like third or every fourth person is going to have that legendary. And if everyone's going to be selling them for like that $25 price is going to drop really fast because supply is going to increase. And so for someone that's looking to sell singles or has a business on selling singles, like this is definitely not good news for you. And the other negative for this, and this is just like speculating, so like I don't want to incite fear in anyone, but we have Attack of the Vine coming out in just like a couple months. That's pretty soon. So when I think like a set is coming out in another like 2 to 3 months, my thought is Wilds Unknown is done being printed. They're going to work on Attack of the Vine. And I would think that if they wanted to go back and reprint anything else, it would be something like Fabled, whose prices have absolutely like skyrocketed, like tripling or maybe even at this point quadrupling. No, about just tripling MSRP at this point. So I don't think something like Wilds Unknown is actually going to get reprinted. And if so, it's not going to be anything major. So my biggest fear is everyone has these booster boxes. They're affordable prices right now. Everyone is enjoying ripping them. But what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of demand into Disney Lorcana now, which even though there's always been a lot of supply, the demand is going to finally outweigh the supply, and everyone's going to be ripping boxes and wanting to rip more, which is just going to cause everything to just skyrocket to a similar situation with what we have with Fabled. So I just did a quick Google search. Booster boxes have dropped to $125, which is crazy just because not even a month ago they were selling for $166. $125 is still a great price. It's still a healthy price. Anything honestly over $100, in my opinion, is a very healthy price for a newer game, and compared to what Lorcana had done in the past with Into the Inklands, Ursula's Return, Azurite Sea, and so on and so on. But if these boxes, if these cases are just deleted so fast when there's still a lot of demand for Wilds Unknown, we're going to see like, oh, MSRP is hit all of a sudden, and oh, these are like a $170 booster box. Wow, these are $200 booster boxes. And I think that's going to happen eventually with this set. But if the hype around pull rates, the cards, the artwork, the characters, etc., for this set continues to skyrocket, we're going to very quickly be in a market where Wilds Unknown is going to be expensive. But again, I hope we don't get there. Like, I would love for it to bounce back to somewhere around MSRP, because that would just be like, hey, we nailed it. And as long as we stick with this formula, we can continue to have a healthy game like this that's growing. Then I would be great. You know, we'll see what we see. But at the end of the day, I do think that this is good for the game. I think it's really good to get a lot more players and a lot more people into Lorcana. I think the artwork in this set, every set that's come out basically since since I would say Reign of Jafar, has just been better, one-upping each other for the most part, again and again and again. And We still have these iconic rares. We don't know what the pull rates are, but Merida and Buzz are still great looking cards, really cool IPs. Disney Princess and Toy Story, two of Disney's best IPs. I think both are top 5. I think this set's gonna do good, and I really do like the pool rates for this set. I'm excited to get into some packs myself, and I will let you guys know what I do hit. But either way, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next video.